The Luck Stops Here podcast with Scott Bowser is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. Come on, everybody. We're going to give out an entry later, but you want to play the Pick'em game where you pick your favorite players who will have a higher or lower stat total, higher or lower, not Kurt Loder, the former MTV host, higher or lower stat total this week's game for a chance to win big. Can win up to 100 times your money in a single night. Pick between 2 and 5 players to be able to pick them entry. You can also make a rivals pick, which pits 2 players against each other. You know, like which players will have more yards. I love doing this. If you followed me last week on this, Cam Scadaboo went off, and you got your whatever. However you played that, you got it by halftime. So that's all I'm going to say there. Sign up today with promo code LSH, and your first deposit will be doubled up to $100, as well as an instant pick'em special. Visit underdogfantasy.com. or find them in the App Store. And don't forget to register with my promo code LSH to get your first deposit doubled up to $100, as well as an instant pick'em special. Must be 18 or over and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned about with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit www.ncpgambling.org. All right. Yeah, baby. We back. We're live on YouTube, so if you're a long time listener on Spotify or Apple, get on over to our YouTube channel, give us a subscribe, like, and turn the notifications on so you can see when these episodes are going live. We have a fantastic show lined up for this week, so without further ado, I'm going to bring on our guest, longtime friend of mine, an Emmy Award-winning producer, and the current man behind Shed Picks. Everybody, rich fat baby himself, Ryan McKee.
Hey, it's the rich fat baby coming in hot to the Lux Drops here.
What did you say?
Yeah, exactly. I thought I had to do my own sound effects. I guess I don't. Nice. What do you use for sound effects? That's awesome.
I'll send you a picture of this piece I got because it's gone on sale in the year or so since I bought it, but I have the Zoom PodTrack P8. And it's got,
I gotta get that,
dude. It's got 9. You'll love it especially, man, for producing shows and stuff. Because I can get 6 mics live into this from in here, so I could have 5 guests in here if I want.
Oh, okay. You're gonna have to send me a picture of that. I want that.
Yeah, and then but I got a 9-pad sound bank where I got all kinds of fun stuff. And I got 4 banks, so technically I can put 36 sounds in here at a time. So
wow. That's
great. I
great.
do 9 at a time kind of thing. But yeah, man. So dude, we can always go with the fun stuff like that.
Oh, that's a pick that went wrong.
Oh.
That's a pick that wasn't so good, like my Cardinals pick last week.
Is that one of your shed picks?
Yeah, my shed picks.
So, yeah, because I wanted to get my audience caught up, right? First off, we are wearing matching jumpsuits. We found out we both have the same jumpsuit. So,
it is a nice velour green jumpsuit.
Yeah, dude, they're fancy. They're kind of retro in a way, you know? They got like a 70s, 80s jogger vibe.
Yeah.
We kind of, I'm glad we're not coming off looking with the matching jumpsuits because a lot of people immediately start thinking you look like Puffy and Mace. And with
yeah, not a good look these days. Not a good look these days.
No, we don't want
to. No wonder Mace disappeared, right?
Yeah, no, Mace is like a legit good guy because he was on a decent show. Like Sean and Kramer know him.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, he's actually like a nice guy, but Puffy, not so much.
Is that applause?
Yeah, I don't know.
Puffy, not so much, and then applause. Oh, they're applauding for you, not Puffy.
Yeah.
Got it.
You know, because like that wasn't a joke. Like in comedy, there's people that tell jokes and get laughs, and then there's people that just go for applause breaks and try and say righteous things. So there we go.
I figured I'd smoke on the Luck Stops here, right? That's okay.
You got to. I mean, come on. I don't think anybody cares, you know. I personally don't care, but no, you got to let everybody know, my audience know what's okay. The myth of the shed powder, because this is a very funny story that you called in on the sports gambling podcast.
Yes.
You do a quick recap here for us.
Quick recap. Got it. So, okay. So here's the thing. It was the what what NFL week was it with the Hail Mary, the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary?
Was it week 8?
No, was it that long ago? It might have been
week 9.
Okay. I can't remember, but whatever week that was.
Yeah, the week of the Bears Commanders game where Jaden Daniels had the crazy Hail Mary for the win.
Right. And the Cardinals had won that day. So I was
at Green Bay, right?
At Green Bay.
Yep.
At Green Bay. Yeah. They drove down the field and it was like the last second field goal and they won and it was like awesome. And I had like a big pocket full of cash, right? And my friend was like, well, before it went earlier in the day, it looked like the Cardinals were definitely going to lose. He goes, I'm going to bet you if the Cardinals win, you have to do a line of shed powder. And here's the thing. I knew what shed powder is. Okay, shed powder is cocaine. Now, I thought...
Well, I think people were following along what that might be, but yeah.
Just making sure people knew I wasn't doing a line of fentanyl or something like that.
True. Today, you never know.
You never know. So I was like, okay. And here's the thing. I'm no stranger to a little bit of the, you know what I mean? I don't do it. I'm not a regular user. But like, and I know this guy never has good stuff, so I never like his stuff. So I never take his stuff. But I'm up for a bet because I'm rich fat baby. Let's do it. I think the Cardinals are going to lose anyways. I don't think I'm going to have to do a line. So
I thought the Generals were due.
Yeah, Cardinals win. And suddenly I'm in the bathroom with not only him, but his wife, who's showing me her boobs, by the way.
I got that part of the story before.
I know this is a new. I forgot this part of the story when I was talking about it. She showed me her boobs, her pierced nipples. We're doing bumps, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you got good shed powder finally.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, I've been doing it long enough, dude. And so I'm like, oh, and I'm all jacked up, and I go out, and then I'm like, what more can I bet on? Because I have so much money. Yeah, I feel like
you have a pocket full of money.
Nose
full of shed powder.
Nose full of shed powder. And I'm like, let's do this, right? And so I like Jaden Daniels and the Commanders are down at this point. And I bet them live $100 to win money line.
Okay.
100 and something. It came out to about $500.
Right after the Bears had scored there. At the like,
it was a little bit into the game. I can't remember exactly when it was, but maybe I bet 150. I can't remember, but I got great odds. It looked like it was already over. It was closer to this end of the second quarter.
Okay.
I can't remember what, but it was close to $500 that I won.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm like. And then, so I'm like, I put in the bet, and I'm like, all right, and I'm like not paying attention, you know, because I'm talking to my friends. I'm at a party, you know. I'm going outside. I'm smoking cigarettes. I'm coming back in because I'm having a good time. I've taken a couple more bumps of the shed powder. I'm gonna be honest with you. And then I come back in, and it is the last play. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, this is going to hit. And people are like, fuck you, dude. And I'm like, and I was just joking. I was like, no, seriously, I can tell this is going to hit. And I was like, all pumped up on shed powder. And then it threw and it hit. And everybody went animal, dude. Everybody went animal. It was crazy.
That's insane. Yeah. Because, I mean, that was a wild, for those that didn't see it. Look up here on YouTube the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary. It was an insane play. Like,
yeah. So everybody goes bonkers because they thought I like knew something, and I was just bullshitting them because I was high on shed powder.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, this is gonna hit, and just because I love Jaden Daniels because of ASU, that's the only reason. I had no reason to bet on him that day other than I'm a fan since ASU days.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a hilarious story because it's like I have been on those Coke binges where you start hitting on bets, and that gets dangerous because now you think you're invincible, and you just can't lose, and like especially when you're hitting plus 500 stuff. So then,
yeah. But I must say, for my family's sake, because they're worried about me, I won that 500. I spent 200 of it on more shed powder.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's keep. I mean, we got to keep the heater going. Like
I did all the shed powder and that was whatever week it was. That was around the election. You know, I ran out of shed powder. I haven't bought any more since. I'm okay. See? I'm just a manic individual who seems like he's on shed powder a lot of the times.
Even though you're doing shed pics now, where the videos are.
Well, I got to give the people what they want. Yeah, Bowser. You got to give the people what they want.
I understand, man. I get it. Like, and if you're for our viewers out here right now, go ahead, leave a comment, tell your shed powder stories, and let us know. It's so good, man. You mentioned you had a funny thing happen to you today, and like I don't even know what's coming here.
Yeah, funny thing happened today. So my family has been worried about me that I've been smoking too much pot.
Oh, yeah, my family has thought that for like 30 years. Yeah.
Right? So I don't think much of it, you know, and I like kind of poke the bear a little bit by showing up to family functions like 300 milligrams into a THC craziness. Gummies. And, you know, mostly that just puts me to sleep, but it makes some fun stories while I'm awake, right?
Yeah.
And guess who had a surprise intervention today?
No way. For weed.
For weed.
Oh, my God.
I mean, they know about the shed powder, too. But mostly all of their letters that they wrote me, and this is 100% true. This is happening today. I'll get the letters.
You know, okay, this is great because I was just actually watching the Sopranos earlier, the one where they do the intervention for Chris after he shoots heroin and sits on the dog, and they all end up beating the shit out of him because he starts talking smack back. And that's fantastic television. So this could only be good podcast stuff if you have the your weed intervention letters for us to go over here on the show right now. This is good stuff.
This is an exclusive.
Oh man, I'm
what do you want to know? Okay, let's see.
Okay, I think we need some music for this, dude. Be honest with you.
Yeah, throw on some music if you can.
Yeah, I definitely got some music. Got the Bad News Bears music. Yeah, I think this is more appropriate.
Great. I wanted to find the one letter. Okay. I can't find. Okay. Well, here we go. I couldn't find the part that I wanted, but I'll just start reading randomly here.
Yeah. Look, cock it up, and then we'll fire off.
Here's what's funny: is one of the letters came on his law office stationery.
Oh, come on. That's the most pretentious shit I've ever seen. That's a fucking horseshit flex, dude. Like, oh yeah. And I guarantee you he had like his assistant make that one on Chat GPT or some shit. Never.
Probably. Oh yeah. Here we go. So you know you're supposed to like write a really bad memory. Yeah, in these things, so people know it's serious, right?
The time you came into my mom's house and tried to shit on her while she was sleeping,
right? Which, if this were alcohol intervention, there'd be plenty of stories about that. But my parents aren't worried about my binge drinking; they're only worried about my weed. Okay, and so, and I am like bipolar too. I'm a little crazy, but. You know, I'm on medication. I have doctors. I'm good. But okay, so this is like Okay, think of the worst memory. Okay, so at the blank anniversary party, it was a friend's anniversary party. You talked about drinking 2 beverages, each containing 100 milligrams of THC. Your demeanor seemed unusually scattered and unfocused.
Like you're supposed to get I'm guessing there was so everybody else at this anniversary party or whatever was bone sober.
No, they were all drunk. I was not even drinking because I don't drink around my family anymore. I was just on 200 milligrams of THC. Now that's a lot of THC, but not really for me because I don't know. I smoke a lot of weed.
How many people there do you think? What was the percentage of drinkers there that was over the legal limit? How about that?
That's the thing. They don't care. They are giving me an intervention with letters for my weed use.
That's a stack of letters you got there too. That is a stack.
Yeah, they didn't even get through all these because I was roasting them so bad. I'm like, you guys are such, and the intervention therapist that they brought was useless.
Oh,
and
man.
I was like, I just kept calling her. I was like, Karen, and she's like, my name is Barbara, and I'm like, Sharon. Okay, Sharon, shut up. Okay.
Babs over here. Oh,
it was such a, I'm not going to go into all of it because it is some weird family stuff, but we got through it and we were all kind of just laughing at the end. How ridiculous it was. Like my brother who showed up for it and like a couple family friends and my dad, we were all just sitting around like laughing about how ridiculous an intervention was. And they were all just doing it for my mom.
Yeah, that adds up. You know, sometimes you just got to placate the mom and go along to make everything better. But you know what I got for us now, dude?
Yeah.
We're going to break down something fun. We are going to get into it with the college football playoff bracket. We're not going to really break down the lines here, but we're going to go.
Wait, why are you playing basketball music for college football?
It's the closest thing I had.
Basketball, gimme the ball, cause I'm gonna dunk it, yeah.
I mean, they do use it for the song for college basketball now on Fox. So,
okay.
Like it's not a complete like random one. Some of these games are going to be on Fox, so I think. But anyway, we got the college football playoffs starting next week, Friday, December 20th. And yeah, so the first round, I think I wanted to talk to you about this specifically though, because your Arizona State Sun Devils called for the number 4 seed and forks up. And yeah, you got the 4 seed. So you got a first round bye here. So your team will be playing the winner of one of these games in here. That will be the winner of Texas and Clemson. But first, let's just try and figure out how we think this bracket's going to play out. Because I think your Sun Devils are smoking hot, and I think they got a run in them here. Okay.
Oh, I definitely think they got a run in them. Scatterboo alone, buddy.
Cam Scatterboo, baby. So Friday night next week, while I might be delaying the show like an hour next week so I can watch this game fully before. But next week we got Indiana at Notre Dame. Dude, now Notre Dame, South Bend, Indiana, Notre Dame, historic. We all know Rudy, everything. But I gotta say, dude, this is pretty cool. Like, did you see the ticket prices for this game? Like, dude, they're insane, dude.
No, I didn't look. What was it?
Dude, like most of them were like $2,000 to $5,000.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. You know what? Well, you know what's so crazy is that because I'm moving to North Carolina, which, by the way, I announced I was moving to North Carolina before Bill Belichick did. Coincidence? I think not.
Fucking copycat.
The glory hole. Copycat. I was just looking at tickets for February 1st, NC versus Duke.
Uh-huh.
Duke's going to blow them out, probably. but the lowest ticket price was like $2,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, for just a February game.
That is crazy. Is that in Cameron too, or in
That's in Durham?
Durham. So yeah, at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Well, this one we got at the Golden Dome in South Bend, Indiana and Notre Dame. I think that's cool to like an in-state rivalry game that we're getting in the first round of the playoffs. I think that's a lot of fun. I got Notre Dame advancing here. What do you got?
Notre Dame. Yeah. I'm going with Notre Dame too. I have them written down.
All right. So then the next day,
what do you think about the line? -7.5. Any thoughts on that, real fast?
I think Notre Dame probably covers there, but I think there's gonna be so much line movement between now and then. I don't want to get too caught up.
Fair. Yeah.
Right now on some of these, but yeah, I do have Notre Dame covering that one. If I want to get sharp. Next game though, I mean, I do like the money line play here of the underdog of SMU at Penn State. They played the next morning in Happy Valley at Penn State. Look, SMU had their scandal, and it's because Texas A&M gave fucking Eric Dickerson a Corvette back in the 80s. It's not a pedophile defensive coordinator. So therefore, by default, normally I don't root for a private school over a public school, but you have to root for SMU in this situation because there used to be.
I have SMU written down too. I like them. I had to pick a couple of underdogs here, and they're one of the plucky ones.
They are plucky, and you look how they played against Clemson last week, where they're dead to rights early in that game, and they came back and tied that late. And dude, they could. I mean, if it wasn't for a crazy special teams play by Clemson, that game could go to overtime, and they could easily win that. And we're talking about Alabama in this fucking bracket, so thank God that game turned out how it did, because they could have, if they got blown out there, you can make the argument they would have left them out. But the fact that they made that game competitive, you could not deny them a spot at the table here. So
yeah.
Definitely root for them, but I just think they have a high explosive offense. If this was a night game in Happy Valley, they're doing the white out and everybody's going crazy, I would say something different. But this is a fucking noon game there, and I just don't think they get up for this as much, dude. You know, and they really haven't played. Who's the best team that Penn State beat this year? Illinois.
You know what? I should be able to answer that a lot faster. So the fact that I can't makes me believe that it's Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't think of any. I mean, they beat USC on the road by a field goal on a comeback. I mean, I don't know. They play with their food too much with bad teams, and I don't think SMU's a bad team. So therefore, I'm taking them. So therefore, take the points for sure on that. And the money.
I was just looking at their schedule, right? Yeah, geez. Yeah, no good wins except for that. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
Yeah, and Illinois was good this year. I mean, that's a good win. I'll give them that. But dude, and don't get me wrong, they played Ohio State competitive, but they lost at home.
Right.
They
still lost by a touchdown. So it was competitive, but whatever. It wasn't like a last second field goal or something,
No. Yeah, it wasn't like it was some controversial game or something like that. No, it was just they got beat at home. All right. So then we're going into the next game because we get a triple header for this first round on next Saturday, between Friday night and then the 3 Saturday games. Next one, the 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. We got Clemson at Texas. Dude, I'm going to go with the dog again here.
You're going with Clemson?
I'm going with Clemson because if you look at Clemson's regular season, 2 of their losses were to Georgia and to I
was not prepared for you to say that.
Okay, well, they had 2 losses to Georgia and South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
So, that right there, I feel like that 9-3 record they have is kind of deceiving because they play, dude, and that South Carolina loss was kind of fluky with the way they lost in the fourth quarter. It could have gone either way there. And
no, I get with you.
They did get smoked by Georgia early in the season, but that was in the first couple weeks of the season. They're a much different team now. Klubnik's a different type. Right. He's really coming to a groove at quarterback. But I just think Clemson, dude, give me Dabo Swinney in a big game against Steve Sarkisian. This is a coaching handicap here. I'm going with the guy who has the more playoff games, more playoff experience as a head coach. And once again, I don't think Texas really beat anybody that good this year, for the most part.
All right. Okay. So
schedule now because
I feel like as a handicapper, I have to excuse myself from this one because my feelings are too strong on and mixed on who I want ASU to play.
see, okay. That's very valid here. That is, but I don't know. I think Dabo has the coaching advantage, and I think they're plucky enough to go into Austin and come out with a win. Like,
fuck. See, here's the thing. Is it weird that I want Texas to win because I feel like their fans won't travel? Like Clemson's in South Carolina, right? That's right by Georgia.
I think you would rather play Texas than Clemson for a lot of the reasons I'm saying that.
Yes.
Coming together at the right time of the year.
Yes.
Kind of coach that knows how to make a fucking run right now.
Fucking, you're right. Gosh, I'm so scared now.
But yeah, I just feel like Steve Sarkisian, like you look at the two matchups against Georgia. Granted, that fucking second one was great, the overtime game, the SEC championship game there. But like, yeah, like, dude, Texas A&M finished what 8-4. Michigan was don't get me wrong, dude. Texas scheduled a good schedule, but Michigan wasn't as good as they were expected to be this year. So that win doesn't look as impressive at the end of the year. So
that's what I'm thinking. I really would much rather play Texas as an ASU alum. Yeah. So I really was hoping you'd make an argument for Texas, but I don't know.
No, I'm going with Clemson here. And then I'm pretty chalky the rest of the way. So if that makes it any better.
Fair.
So then in the nightcap game, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, we got Tennessee at Ohio State. I don't know what's the line out on this one. Isn't it like 10.5?
-7 right now. I'm saying OSU.
Okay, I like OSU by double digits in this one. I think.
All right. This is another one I'm so conflicted on for personal reasons. Scott, is my ex-wife, Ohio State family. I keep betting against Ohio State on my own like vitriol.
You know what, dude? Yeah, they're at home though. But see, here's the thing: is I was like, I made this pick before I saw the news that came out of there this week, and I don't know if you saw this about that congressman. I'm not going to even mention his name because fuck politicians, dude. This isn't a politics show. But did you see that Ohio congressman that proposed the Ohio Field Act where the outlaw flag planting on the Ohio State field for because of that incident after the Michigan Ohio State game where Michigan planted the flag on the field? So you see how this for those that don't know, there's a congressman in Ohio that fucking proposed a law that wants to make it a felony punishable up to by 6 months.
Yes.
If you plant a flag on the field after a football game.
That happened in the Arizona U of A game, like the Territorial Cup.
It should happen in big rivalry games when you go in and win on the road. Fuck, dude, this is football. This is college football.
Football.
Yeah, dude. But here's the funny thing about it to me is this law is only supposed to apply to Ohio State. It doesn't apply to any of the MAC schools or Cincinnati. If it was for every college program in Ohio, that'd be one thing. But there's 9 FBS college football programs in Ohio, and it's only for the Ohio State field, which is such a pussy move. So fuck it. I'm taking Tennessee now. If you're
right,
if you're that,
let's go Tennessee. Let's take them.
If you're that scared and you have legislators,
yes, fuck them.
And not only that, because of the way the SEC feel that I don't think they got screwed out of. They got the teams, the SEC teams that should have got in, right. Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee. Those are the 3 teams out of that conference that should have gone into this playoff. Alabama, sorry, you can't lose, get blown out by Oklahoma and get in here as a 3-loss team. I'm sorry. Yeah. But I gotta say, I have a feeling this one could be the controversial game of the weekend there next week, where This could be the one that the refs are trying to get another SEC team into that final.
Oh, that's funny, dude. That's funny. I didn't think of that. Oh, good one. Yeah, you should have a sound effect drop for when you're really smart.
How about
Cunnilingus and psychiatry brought us to this.
I don't know.
All right.
So working stuff out over here. But yeah. So that's what that dude. So yeah, I'm changing my pick to Tennessee there.
I'm so glad I talked you out of it based on my vitriol for Ohio State.
It was an ex-wife fucking fade, dude. Sometimes you just gotta hop on board, dude.
Sometimes you have to just fade the ex-wife, dude.
Yeah, dude.
If there's no other, even if you lose, you feel better about fading the ex-wife, right?
All right. So then we go into next week, right? So, and dude, I think before we get into the quarterfinals, as we try and fill out this bracket, we don't have lines for these games, but definitely take the points with Tennessee. I was going to say on that one. Like I was going to say I like Ohio State to advance, but take the points with Tennessee. Like,
yeah. Don't be an idiot. Don't leave points on the table there. You're getting a touchdown right now.
Yeah, dude. I thought it was going to be double digits, to be honest with you. But
yeah. Well, if you think it's going to be double, if you think, I would wait then.
That's what I'm going to do, yeah, because I think there's going to be a lot of Ohio State money coming in late.
All right, that's totally fair. More public team, totally get it.
Yep. So, and also, shout out to the homie Ian Cummings, owner of Third Time Games and creative director for former head of Madden, like the creative director at Madden. He's a Tennessee.
Cool.
He's a friend of the show, and he's going to be on a little bit down the line. So
nice.
He's the guy who created Photo Finish Live. That we'll talk about a little later. But okay, so next round, we both had SMU winning. So Fiesta Bowl, Boise, SMU. Now, I take beef with this scheduling because I think they intentionally scheduled, because Arizona State probably should have got the 3 seed, I think, over Boise.
Yes.
But put them in the 4 seed because the 3 seed was going to be playing in the Fiesta Bowl. And that was a fucking home. That's going to be like a home game for Arizona State.
A literal home game for Arizona. Like, yeah, I mean, it's not the same field, but it's the same. It used to be the same field. It used to be the Sun Devil Stadium. But, so yeah, it gives you that.
So
is this still at Sun Devil Stadium?
No, it's at it's in Glendale now, right?
Yeah, it's in Glendale. That's what I thought. I'm sorry, I misheard you. Yeah. No, I get it. And I got to tell you, so many friends here in Arizona super bummed about not getting to go to the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, no, it's a bullshit that they fucked them on the seating there. They really did, because the Peach Bowl is basically kind of definitely leans more towards Clemson in that matchup.
You think?
But yeah, so Boise versus SMU. This is a tough one for me, because I do think SMU is dynamic and can score on anybody like fast and in a hurry. And so no lead's too safe against these guys. But man, Boise,
I gotta say, I just didn't watch enough of Boise this year to really. I've got a weird hard on for SMU, and I don't know why. It's just like I've just really enjoyed watching them this season. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I've watched a lot of Boise actually, and Ashton Janty, their running back. There's a reason why Barry Sanders is like.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And stuff like. Dude, he's the man.
I've watched highlights of him
in the conference championship game alone, dude, where he's just breaking 75-yard touchdown runs.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think that defense slows him down. And like, they're gonna feed him, and like, I can honestly see him having one of these like 200-yard, 4 touchdown games here, dude. Like, it would not surprise me at all. So I'm gonna go with Boise on that.
All right, I'll follow you then, because I don't have a good lean.
All right. Oh wait, there's a war on leans now. War on leans. We gotta find all the leans and mow them down.
Mow them down. All right, there you go.
We have in the Peach Bowl, Arizona State versus what we're saying is going to be Clemson.
Yeah.
All right.
You can tell by my hat, I'm not going to be able to handicap this one rationally.
Okay, so I have Arizona State, just heads up. I have them going to the finals, I think.
Oh.
I think they're too hot right now. I think Dillingham is a coach on the rise big time. I think NFL teams are probably going to be looking at him soon, to be honest with you.
Oh, I 100%. But I mean, we get another year out of him at least, because like that guy, he's so dyed in the wool, like Arizona fan. It's crazy what an Arizona State like hardcore. So there's just not a lot of hardcore Arizona State people, and he is.
So yeah, I like them, man. I think he's pushing all the right buttons. I think no matter who they play in this one, I like them, dude. Part of me thinks like that bye week kind of hurts them because they're so hot, but at the same time, playing less football at this time of year is always a little better.
I thought the same thing, and you know what? And I have weird, PTSD from past like Arizona State bowl games that they were favored in, and like just blew up, and but I'm all in. I'm all in on this team. I mean, I really think that they can have a hot run and get to the finals.
Well, and if they play Texas in this game, they'll for sure be a dog.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. No. I know. But just like, but you just saying they're the hot team is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Even if they're not favored, like they're a fan friendly team right now, a bettors friendly team.
Big time, dude, because like they've just been on a fucking crazy run to close out that Big 12 schedule. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like no, and literally I didn't bet them to win the Big 12.
Like, okay, because
how many people do you think bet them to win the Big 12? Jesus,
dude, there's not many of those tickets.
They were long shots. They were at the bottom.
Well, and I'll tell you this too is like I've said a couple times with like Texas and with who was it else earlier? Penn State. They haven't really played that tough of a schedule this year. Dude, I think Arizona State has played a tough schedule this year. So like they played one of the tougher versions you could play of the Big 12 schedule this year in that conference.
Exactly.
So I mean,
like the fact that they went into Utah,
yeah,
and fucking stomped them like alone.
And beat BYU too. I mean, like BYU was no joke this year. BYU had an argument for a playoff.
ASU ain't scared of no Mormons.
Hell no, dude. Hell no, man. So yeah, I like ASU winning that Peach Bowl. All right. So next up, we're gonna have Oregon versus Tennessee in the Rose Bowl. I think this is gonna be a big Oregon crowd, and I think the number 1 seed advances here. I think that's a chalk play, but yeah. Now, if it's Ohio State in there, I'll say this. I think Ohio State probably beats them based on it's really hard to beat a team twice in a year. And it was such a close game in Eugene. I think if you play that game on a neutral field, Ohio State probably wins that by a field goal. I don't know. I could be wrong.
All right, you're right. Okay. I mean, I think either way, I'm going to be picking Oregon to advance.
Yeah, but I think Oregon advances. They looked really good in that conference championship game, especially in the first half, man. Like that offense is dialed in right now.
The only weird thing is just look at Ohio State's record in the Rose Bowl specifically. It's really fucking good.
I went to the 2001 game where they lost to UCLA in the Rose Bowl in a non-conference game. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I went to the 1997 and when Jake Plummer lost in the final seconds. Yeah,
I was on a cruise for that in Ensenada.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Cruise guy! I didn't know I was talking to Mr. Cruise.
Yeah, call me Tom Cruise or Terry Cruise. Right? Are Tom Cruise and Terry Cruise related? No, that's for the conspiracy episode. By the way, we got some upcoming guests that are really fun here. We got Cornell Reed with his new special being released next Friday, coming on the show to help promote it.
Big fan. 2 thumbs up, Cornell Reed.
Got Jimmy Kimmel writer Brian Cook coming on the week after that. We're gonna fuck around, and then all the way from New York, Dave Ross will be coming in. So yeah,
Dave Ross coming down from New York City.
Got some fun shows lined up the next few weeks. But okay, yeah. So we're both on Oregon, though. I think either way here. Like I don't know, they look too good right now.
They're too good right now.
Yep. All right, and then
don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Take Oregon.
Sugar Bowl. You got Georgia, Notre Dame. Now, this is where I'm not going to be chalky. I like Notre Dame in this matchup. And that's only because Georgia's on a fucking like 3rd string quarterback, most likely in this one.
Yeah, no, fair. No, I'm with you. I actually penciled in Notre Dame to move on as well.
Yeah.
And I thought I thought we were going to argue about that. So I'm glad we're not. Okay, let's just move on.
to move on. Yeah, because with the Georgia's offense hasn't been that great this year. Their defense hasn't been as locked down as they have been.
Yeah.
Carson Beck, as much shit as he's gotten for being a smug prick, like he has been the reason why they've won and looked good at times this year on offense. A lot of
I hate to admit it, but you're right.
He's a big part of their success. And dude, you saw what happened when that backup came in. There was a little bit of a backup spark, but dude, that was gnarly when he had to come in for that final play and his right arm was just dangling there.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was the gnarliest shit ever, dude.
I love it though. That's why you gotta love football.
That's why you gotta love football. You're right. Okay, so then we're moving on to the semifinals. So if I have this right, we're gonna have Boise versus Arizona State in one game. No. That can't be.
No, Oregon versus Arizona State, isn't it?
Arizona State, yeah. Former Pac-12 rivals.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can see Arizona State pulling fucking Dillingham came from the Oregon fucking coaching staff.
Oh man, this is hard. This is so hard. I you know what? I don't think anybody can beat Oregon, to be honest with you. But of course I'm picking ASU. I can't not.
They're gonna be a touchdown underdog at least.
Yeah,
and probably 6 points actually. Probably 6.5.
6.5. Let's say 6.5.
I'm taking the points for sure on that one.
Same.
For sure.
Taking the money line too. I'm doing both.
Yeah. I always sprinkle the money. But by the way, when I give out a pick on here, whatever your regular bet size is, take the points. But if I'm giving you an underdog and saying take the points, always take a little bit extra and just throw it on the money.
Yeah, a few dollars on the money line. You never know. You feel stupid if you don't.
And you can do that at mybookie.ag, promo code Bowser for 100% deposit bonus.
Nice.
I like how I worked that in there.
Yeah.
For up to $1,000. So guys, what are you doing?
Nice.
Yeah, crypto to get in on that. A lot of fun. So okay. I got to go Oregon here too. They just look too good right now, right?
Yeah.
But then we got Notre Dame and Boise in the other game. And I'm going
kind of like Boise.
Really?
Now I do. You like Notre Dame?
I like Notre Dame in that one. Yeah.
Notre Dame. Let's go Notre Dame. I don't know.
I don't even know where that game's going to be played. But
I don't know at that point, man. That's so far in advance. Come on.
Anywhere outside of Boise, Idaho, there will be more Notre Dame fans than Boise fans.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I just like it when Rudy beats Notre Dame.
I know.
If that makes sense.
I'll be rooting for Boise. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
for the purpose of this exercise. So then we got number 1 seed Oregon versus number 7 seed Notre Dame in the championship game. I'm going to go Notre Dame. I'm going to get controversial here. We've said Oregon looks so good. Oregon looks so good. It's so hard to fucking win all these games in a row. But that being said, Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois this year. It's such a fucking random one.
Northern Illinois, yeah.
Okay, I'm picking Notre Dame with the points. So therefore, by law, I'll sprinkle the money line. But Oregon probably wins this by a field goal.
Yep, I don't doubt. I mean, I'm taking Arizona State to win it all, but you do you.
Dude, honestly, I kind of like them to beat. I do like them to beat Oregon. To be honest with you.
Wait. Let me look. What is Arizona? What is ASU right now to win it all?
It's not a bad bet. I'll tell you that. I'd say ASU, if you're trying to bet both sides of the bracket, I think ASU and Notre Dame are probably the two to take if you want to maximize a handicap on having a team on both sides of the bracket. So you can hope to have that fat, if they're playing each other, it doesn't matter who wins kind of situation.
I mean, dude.
Because I love Notre Dame's path, don't you?
60-1?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah,
dude, you just orgasmed right now. You went, oh yeah, dude. I'm putting money on this right freaking now, live.
That's the slot machine.
I'm gonna throw a 50 on this right now.
That's not a bad bet, dude. I like that a lot. What's Notre Dame at? Just because I think Notre Dame might have the easiest path when you really break it down.
Right.
Indiana in the first round, and then Georgia with the no quarterback situation in the second round. That is, and then
that's 9-1.
And then they're basically getting Boise.
Fighting Irish is 9-1.
Yeah. See, okay, that's not as good. Yeah, I really love Arizona State's price, dude. But like Notre Dame's path is the easiest, I think, for sure, because they're playing. The toughest team they'll have to play is like the Boise, Penn State, SMU comp. I don't know. Georgia, yeah, but like I don't know. Like I said, the quarterback situation there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. So yeah. But I'm gonna say I'm just for the sake of the show. I'm predicting Notre Dame to win their first championship since the days of Rocket Rahib Ishmael.
Wow, and I am predicting Arizona State University to win its first championship ever.
Forever. Now, dude, we're moving right along here. I wanted to let you know that okay, we're gonna have a little fun segment, but before we get into the fun part, I just want to let you know, me and Kramer have a little offer for you, because last time we hung out, I was telling you about Photo Finish Live, the horse racing game that I talk about on this show almost every episode.
Yeah, so weird that you brought it up. I did not expect this at all.
Promo code SGPN if you want to get your stable set up and get into the SGPN Turf Club, where you have access to same deal I'm making to you right now, my friend. And that's if you do want to get set up. Me and Kramer have so many fucking horses right now. You don't even need to buy any horses. We'll let you. There's a lending feature in the game now. We can just lend you horses, and you can keep 100% of what they make. And then on the
no way.
On the Stimmy rewards, like, okay, you get to keep all the money that you like, the gambling stuff, right? But there's Stimmy rewards that go on the side, and we want a taste of that. That's all, like a 20% taste of like because what they'll give you like 50 cents of
All right, how much do I need to buy into this?
Nothing. You don't really need anything to buy in. You just need to have a little bit of a bankroll to place your bets or the entry fees for the horses.
Oh, so I'm only placing the entry fee. I'm placing the entry fees for you guys, your horses, but I get to keep 100%.
All the winnings, yeah.
Well, what's the catch, big boy?
Because we have so many horses right now that we're not really running all of them.
Can I bet on shed powder? You guys have a shed powder horse, don't you?
We have shed powder. I think we could even loan you shed powder if we haven't retired it yet already.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. We'll talk about this off air because I do, because this is a segue into a new segment we're doing on the show called DGen Shark Tank, where I pitch.
Boom. Do you have
I don't have a theme for that. That was the biggest fail of the day, dude. That I didn't.
Oh, wait. Let's go. DGen Shark Tank.
Hold on, dude. Dude, I have the A-Team theme.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
You need a degenerate to do a degenerate's work. Here on DGen Shark Tank. Dude, A-Team. I had a toy A-Team van with the figures as a kid, man.
I dressed up as Mr. T for Halloween.
Did you have like I had like the Mr. T.
Thank God there's no photos. Let me tell you. Mom and Dad took me back to the barbecue, if you know what I mean.
It took you back to the days of vaudeville.
The vaudeville, yeah. Well, the barbecue, they literally took me to a barbecue and rubbed charcoal on me.
Oh.
And took me back to the days of vaudeville, yeah.
They didn't do like the Al Jolson with like the grease paint on the lips?
No, they just literally took me to the barbecue, the old Weber barbecue that had charcoal in it, and they just rubbed it on my face.
That is grade A.
It was rough. It was rough.
I remember one of my childhood highlights was going to Universal Studios when they had the A-Team stunt show.
Yeah.
To see the little course they drove that van.
I never got to do that. That sounds awesome.
Dude, that was fucking badass. But anyway, we'll talk about that PFL offer because I think you'll really enjoy the game, and we could even set it up where if you like the ones that we have you racing, and anybody listening, the offer's on the table for anybody, listeners to the show, everybody. We'll fucking hook you. We'll set you guys up with the loaner so you guys don't have to make an investment to get in. We've already done that for you. You just do the pay for your bets kind of thing, you know.
I feel like you shouldn't be wearing a tracksuit selling this. It immediately looks shady.
No, I'm wearing a fucking luxury watch and a track.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I'm doing so well with this shit. All right, you know. And I'm telling you, a lot of these tracks now are offering stimmy rewards just for entering the race. So even if you lose, you get something no matter what. And that's won our 20%, which I think is very fair because that's a free proposal, guys. Come on, and you know maybe that's even negotiable depending on how much volume and horses you're taking off of our hands. All right, well, we've done that. All right, so DGen Shark Tank, bro. Here's my idea, and I came up with a few, and like one I was like, that's so bad and so stupid. So and then I came up with one. I was like, that's actually a good idea. So do you want the horrible one or do you want the good one first?
Horrible, of course.
Okay, so the horrible one is called D-Gens, and it's like depends for degenerates. It's adult diapers for degenerates, and
what makes them for degenerates?
They're a little bigger, so you can sit in the sports book longer because you're more willing to sit in your own shit if the right situation's there, or if you're at a heater at a poker table or a craps table. We've all been there, dude. Gone on a crazy run at a table. You don't want to get up because you know if you get up and go to the bathroom, fucking it's not going to be the same when you get back. Well, that's where D-Gens come in, and it's like instead of just like the more bikini cut adult diapers you're used to, it's more of a boxer brief.
Yeah,
we got a little more storage.
Yeah,
but so Sharks, I'm looking for a fucking $5 and a shot in the mouth.
You know what? All right, how much? Like what percentage would like 100K get me?
Oh, dude, you get like you definitely get half the operation at that point.
Oh, all right. You know what? Let me talk to my accountant.
All right, yeah. So we're gonna do.
I like this idea. It's less crazy than you sold it as. It's just, and you could have like
just think about poker players, dude. Like
poker have different colors. Yeah. Like guys want to feel sexy in their D-Gens.
I wouldn't mind having some that match this green velour tracksuit.
Yeah, exactly. They have like little sayings on it, like "You're a superstar, big boy."
So yeah, no, it's I think it's a good little fun thing we can do here with the
All right, I'm ready to invest.
Yeah, see. I think that poker rooms are where we really market these things. Where you're like, "Hey Scott, how have you not gotten up for 2 days and been on this heater?" It's like, well, it's my good friend.
Why do you smell like feces?
Yeah, well,
why does it smell like feces by you?
Yeah, because I haven't changed my adult diapers for 2 days because they hold so much fecal matter. You know, it's a good. That's a good.
Ding! And then it turns the camera. So much fecal matter.
They're just a big coming out of my ass, dude. Just like big old dump truck coming out the back.
Oh, okay, that's too much.
Now I'm gonna give you a fucking intervention for comedy. All right. So next up, this is what I think is actually a good idea. And honestly, anybody out there, see, most people will be like, "This is a great idea. You should just do this." I'm like, no, I don't have the capital or like the know-how tech-wise to do this. But if anybody does this, I'll help sell the shit out of it. And I just give me like 1%, and this show will basically be fully sponsored by that only or whatever. We'll work out an exclusive deal where the show is exclusively brought to you by this new app. Because check out this app idea I have. Because I've gotten into playing online poker the last few months, dude. I've been doing like these free tournaments online that pay real money and stuff. And I finished like 7th in one recently. Got down to that final table.
You play online poker and you live in fucking Vegas?
Well, yeah, because I don't have time to go sit at a poker room with $200 or whatever for all those hours and stuff.
I know, it just sounds crazy.
I know, but it's fun to do these tournaments that start free rolls at every hour.
Yeah,
like, let me use my because I was thinking, well, it's a free roll, and I started thinking of it how I think of like stuff with the free rolls in the digital horse racing, which is very similar to DFS and like best ball tournament brain.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, wait a minute, what if someone combined DFS, like daily fantasy, like football, basketball, whatever, with the element of Hold'em poker, where you do like a fucking like fantasy Hold'em type situation where you get dealt players like their cards and based on the strength of the ones you have below and like the community ones, you see what you see.
Oh, I love this idea. You shouldn't be giving this away for free. You should be looking for real investors, not me. I don't have any money.
See, I don't know people that, dude, because I've talked to actually a couple people about this, and they're like, "Yeah, that's a great idea, but I don't know what to do with." Like
you talked to Kramer?
I did, dude. No, I've talked to all the people that we know that you would say that. Like, I think I even mentioned it to Derek Stevens, owner of Circa, but he's more focused because this is the kind of app that wouldn't probably be legal here in Nevada, unless So it's like, I know, but dude,
It's a really good idea. I like it a lot. It's fun
because I think it can be.
I would love to play that.
And also, dude, so like the fun part too would be you have like based on the different types of tournaments and stuff and the different contests, you would have different size tables with 52 player decks, and the decks like some of the like you never know what players are in which deck. Kind of.
It's a really good idea. I wonder if like.
Hey, if you want to be my partner in this and help me sell it, we're in. And anybody listening that does this, I'll fucking shoot you.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm not gonna go that hard, but hey,
please do not shoot anybody.
I won't shoot anybody, but
thank you.
Passionate about this idea. I think it's a good idea. I thought about this a couple of years ago, actually, and I'm like, I
really like the idea. I'm surprised you haven't been able to sell it yet because I don't know. I think it's a great idea. I don't. We'll talk more about it.
In the background, that's such a fucking awesome flex there, dude.
Isn't it?
It's so good, dude. Just have like, oh man.
You know, I had a party.
I have horse race trophies up in the background.
Oh, there you go. I had a party. I had a party here last weekend, and I was like it was a bunch of comedians that were here, and I was like giving a tour of my place. I'm like, this is my office. Yes, you can take pictures with the Emmy if you ask.
That's so cool, dude.
Such a flex.
When Rutherford was on the show last time, he came out. He was like, hold on, dude. And he went and grabbed his Emmy and came out.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck yeah, check this fucker out. And
it's heavier than you think.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
And that's what she said.
But so you're on board with Fantasy Hold'em though.
Totally. I want to be a partner. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. Because I think we can sell this, dude. To be honest, if we find the right fucking like venture capital.
Somebody's just gonna steal it, but whatever.
Yeah, but somebody steals everything, dude. Like I don't know. I think I have a good way of doing this because I play both these things. I don't know. A lot of people play both DFS and poker, but I'm into both, and I think it can be fun because it's like. It's also a game within a game because it's like you play the game, you would play the hands out like you would in a fucking poker room, but then the games start and you see what your cards are actually worth. So you're basing your bets on what you think the players might do. That might that's why I feel like in these, if you put together the right 52 player decks, you really wouldn't like there'd be some really interesting boomer bust guys in there. And then like just kind of high floor, lower ceiling guys in there. And it's like,
stop explaining it. Stop. Stop giving so much away. Talk off air.
All right. Yeah. We'll talk off air about that one. So yeah, that's DGen Shark Tank.
DGen Shark Tank.
Fire that one off. Yeah, so we're moving right along. All right, so do you have any favorite before we get out of here? We'll do a fucking couple little give out our favorite NFL picks for the weekend, and then an underdog pick'em entry for I guess we'll do it for NFL.
Yeah. So yes, I brought 3 picks for you. 3 picks, and I'm very curious to hear.
Are these shed certified picks?
These are shed picks.
All right. So these are shed certified picks. So use that info for what you will with it. By the way, just so you know, so I haven't really been paying attention to. I've been doing pretty good on NFL this season, but I've been really kind of paying attention to my record the last couple of weeks. Since Thanksgiving Day, I'm 29-1 against the spread in NFL.
No way.
Yeah. I'm on a fucking heater, dude.
Dude, send me your picks.
Yeah, that's what Kramer told me. That's anytime I say the record, like Kramer's like, really, dude? Damn, dude, you gotta let me know what you like. I did tell you I was on the Giants last week, and you and Sean both thought I was a fucking idiot.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
And I didn't tell you that. Well, I'll tell you that. Hey,
I'll bet you give me a pick. You give me picks. I'll bet him this week.
All right. So okay, you're gonna do three. I'll give you my favorite three too. Then too.
Okay.
You go first though. You do one, and then I'll do one. We'll go back and forth.
All right. I like the Panthers over the Cowboys because fuck the Cowboys, right? Cooper Rush.
Yep.
I feel like this Panthers team, which nobody expected to gel, is actually gelling.
I have already bet them this week.
There you go. Boom.
That -2.5 right now, and I guarantee it's gonna be like -3.5 by the time when people.
I already bet it. I bet the money line too, just in case.
Yeah, no, I definitely like the Panthers here. I'm way with you on that. I actually also today just put in a Chuba Hubbard rushing ladder where I started at 100 yards at like plus 158, and then went all the way up to 175 yards at 1701.
What is that guy like? Third in fantasy running backs right now, or something like that?
Dude, I have him in my work league, and he's been a fucking dude. He might win this fucking.
Infuriating. He's a league winner for sure.
Yeah, I love that play, dude. That was kind of actually one of mine too, to be honest with you. But I have
all right.
Okay, so the first one I'm gonna give. I love Jacksonville Jaguars. +3.5 and +150 money line at home against the New York Jets. The Jets are a fucking dumpster fire. They've quit. Aaron Rodgers in the media this week being paid by ESPN, talking about how ESPN talking heads that are paid by ESPN aren't covering football correctly. If you follow that, that makes about as much sense as what I said. It's ridiculous. These guys, like, dude, they have given up. Dude, they're on vacation time already. And Jacksonville, I know they're not playing for much, dude, but I think they got some pride, especially at home here. I can't believe they're a home dog. So give me the Jacksonville Jaguars +150 money line, +3.5.
All right. I don't have any arguments against that. I'm going to take it. With that record,
yeah. And you know what part of that record is? Fading the Jets every week.
Yeah. No, I love fading the Jets.
It's fucking free
money because we're wearing Jets colors right now.
We're wearing Jets colors and we're like, fuck the Jets.
Fuck the Jets. I love fading the Jets. All right. Is it okay? What's your thoughts on the Bills this week? Because I really I'm all in on the Bills this week.
Okay. That was one of the tougher ones for me to call this week. I took the Lions at home, but I kind of broke my own rule there of always you take the 2.5 and you lay the 3.5 in the NFL. Me and Kramer always joke about that with each other because just last night on Thursday Night Football, he broke his own rule and didn't take that 2.5 with the Rams, and I did.
Yeah,
I won as a result of that.
Yes.
So, but no, I think the Lions are on a mission from God right now. If I had the Blues Brothers song,
I disagree. I think Josh Allen's on a mission from God right now.
Well, and I mean, dude, Kramer and I were just talking today, chatting with him earlier today about horse business and whatnot. But we were also joking about how Josh Allen basically pretty much clinched league MVP last week in a loss, which is very interesting.
You're not the first person to say that. I've heard a couple other people talk about that. Yeah, what a weird freaking thing to do. And just what a weird game, too. Like game of the year, but weird game.
Yeah, dude. And I have him in my dynasty league, dude, where my dynasty league put up like 245 points last week. 55 of it him was like every guy I put in that lineup basically popped. It was wild. It was kind of a wild ride, dude. Like,
that's cool.
But yeah, I gotta say, dude, no, I'm on the Lions. I'm not super fucking like, huge on that one, but I just
feel like Josh Allen's arm can pick apart the
I agree, dude.
Lions.
I agree. The Lions
yeah.
Right now. But and I've been talking to a couple people about this where like this so-and-so team's banged up with injuries. I'm like, dude, it's fucking week 15. Everybody's banged up with injuries at this point. There's not a healthy team out there, dude. When you really like, and teams that have, like, yeah, there's teams that don't have as many like starters out for the season and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like, dude, everybody's playing with nicks. Everybody's playing with bumps, dude. This is not like the time of year. Like, this is where men separate themselves. No, yeah, dude, I don't hate it. But my second pick, one I really like, is I'm with the Seattle Seahawks at home as an underdog. People have been doubting them the last few weeks, myself included.
I can't talk about it. As a Cardinals fan, I can't talk about the Seahawks.
Get it, but you know what? I bet the Cardinals last week. And when
so did I, and I'm way down because of it.
The thing is, I'd been betting the Seahawks before that because they played the Jets before that part of it. But like,
fair.
It's one of those.
They almost lost to the Jets.
They almost lost to the Jets, but they keep pulling these fucking games out.
Yeah, that's true.
Keep doing shit that they shouldn't be doing. And Zach Charbonnet is one of my fucking guys in that dynasty team that went off. Now that I think about it, he had that 38-point game for me. But no, I just think plus 2.5 for them at home. Remember my rule? Take the 2.5. Even though I broke up the other time, I'm taking it here, especially when you get a home team getting points. I like it. I don't think the Packers are that great here. You know, I don't think it's that great of a spot for the Packers.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm not going to argue against you, man. Your record. The
record speaks for itself.
I'm just going to bet these. I'm just taking these. Okay, my last one is of these tight ends, who hasn't had a receiving touchdown yet?
It's Trey McBride, probably.
It's Trey McBride!
You don't even need to say it. I know, dude.
He's so fucking due. And it's against the Patriots defense that's given up touchdowns of 4 of the last 6 games to tight ends. He's so due.
I love that. I'm all over that. I have him in so many leagues.
Plus 200. Bet it. I've been betting this for the last 5 weeks and it hasn't hit. It's got to hit this week.
Dude, okay, and just for people not paying attention to this, like, dude, I mean, I have him in a couple leagues, so like, I've been really paying attention to him this year. Like, I have him in my work league and my dynasty league. So, like, but dude, in 2 of the last 3 weeks, he's had 12 catches in 2 of the last 3 weeks.
He had 15 catches,
Yeah, in one of them. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, like,
he went 15 of 15, like 15 catches for 15 targets.
The odds of having as many targets as he's had the last few weeks and not getting into the end zone is so ridiculous. Yeah,
and he had he had a bad game against Seattle. Well, let's just say it. But this has to be a bounce back game for him. If I'm Kyler, I'm targeting him as often as possible. He's his most reliable target, and this guy deserves a touchdown.
I'm gonna log into several accounts and bet that now, but I'm also gonna build a lot of parlays around that anytime 5-1 touchdown.
There you go.
I think like
it's 5-1. You said?
I don't know what you say it was. I don't know.
It was 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. Okay, that's probably more. But like even then, like, dude, that's a great. How does it not hit? Like, how the fuck does this not?
I've been touting this. I've been yelling about this for. Oh no, it's actually at plus. I'm seeing it at plus 160. We moved it. We might have moved the number
now as we speak, dude. You know what's funny is I did a deposit at my local William Hill today where I do a lot of these weird same game parlay bets. And I told the lady when I was doing my deposit, I'm like, I'm getting weird with some same games this week.
She's like, oh, stop, you dirty boy.
I think there's a great way to play this because I do like the cards in this game. I do. But actually, I think I took them on the card and stuff. But I'll say this, dude. Fucking this is a fun one because I think Ramondre has a decent game carries wise. I think they're going to be feeding him and trying to feature him against this Arizona team that has struggled against the run at times. So they're going to go with their bigger running back.
No, that scares me. Yeah.
So, but like a McBride,
do not bet on the Cardinals to win necessarily, but bet, or at least against the spread, but Definitely bet Trey McBride anytime touchdown.
Trey McBride anytime touchdown, and parlay that with Ramondre Stevens like over carries.
And maybe sprinkle a little on Trey McBride first touchdown.
I can see that. I could even do a Ramondre Trey McBride touchdown parlay. We're both.
Oh, I like that even more, buddy. Ooh, let's see. Trey McBride plus 900 for first.
That's not bad. But for a guy who hasn't scored a touchdown all year, I don't like that. I feel like that should be.
No, that goes to show that like even the books are like, no, he's too fucking due right now.
Good, yeah. Like, nah.
What do you think? Plus 1050 for 2 touchdowns for McBride.
You know what? I like it. I think if you're gonna play it, that's the way to play it. Because like great examples. Kramer gave out Tim Patrick 2 touchdowns like recently.
Yes, yeah.
And that hit at 60-1 for a similar. He had never scored a touchdown in his career, but the first 2 came in the same game. And yeah, I could see him getting 2. Dude, yeah, I think that's how you play McBride.
That's a good one. I'm gonna put money on that right now.
The first one, I mean, yeah, you do a step ladder here. You play the 1 touchdown, but you also go pretty good on 2 touchdowns here, dude, for the extra juice, man. Like that's a great way to play that, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna see how much that Ramondre and McBride. It's plus 470, dude. You get almost 5-1. Think about it. Like here's how I always pitch touchdown.
I like that. I'm betting it right now. Let's see, anytime.
If you're doing games like against the spread, you basically have to bet 3 games against the spread to hit that for those odds. In this, we just need 2 plays to happen: a Trey McBride touchdown and a Ramondre touchdown. And the rest of the game doesn't matter at that point.
Absolutely.
So I'm putting that in right now too.
If we get Ramondre and Trey McBride 2 touchdowns.
Oh, we're betting that too, right?
Oh, yeah, we gotta sprinkle it on there, buddy.
Sprinkle it.
Oh
yeah, we definitely gotta sprinkle this. It's 75-1.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
It has to hit.
This fucking act of God right here is gonna happen. And that's us getting fucking money in these accounts. But now I'm gonna put more on the first one because I need to make my sprinkle work better.
Wait, what did you say it was?
I'm on my William Hill account, dude. They gave me 75-1 for 2 touchdowns from both.
Oh, 2 from both. I thought we said 1 from Ramondre. Oh, I said it wrong. Okay. Oh, I did it wrong. I like what you're doing, though.
Yeah, you figure the guys that should eat. Okay.
I'm getting 75-1 now, too.
Now, if you want to get spicy here, then we go Marvin Harrison Jr. for first at plus 750.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop you right there, buddy.
Okay.
Stop you right there.
All right. All right, and I'll give out my third against the spread pick of the week.
Man, if these hit, you gotta clip this because if I feel like this is hot right here.
It's good stuff.
This is hot.
I'm going for my third. So I've been on the biting kneecap trend all season, and I didn't do it last week. And if you don't know, the biting kneecap trend is that Noah Beanick of the Sports Gambling Podcast's uncle came up with. It's that teams that play the Lions the week after are 0-4 on the season against the spread so far, and only one of them has hit against the money line.
I've heard this, and I'm all in.
And last week, I'd been on it all year, and last week I was like, I got cute. And I took the Bears against the 49ers and got my dick shoved back between my legs and tucked into my butt as a result. So we're not doing that this time. I am going to take the Bears plus 7 at Minnesota. It's a fucking division rivalry game. Minnesota's got so much on the line with playoff seeding and being right there with Detroit because Detroit's got a tough matchup against Buffalo this week. This is a perfect spot for Minnesota to shit the bed looking ahead for the rest of the season, overlooking Chicago this week. So give me Chicago Bears plus 7 against the Vikings.
All right. I hate it. I gotta say I hate it, but I'll bet it because
I'm on a heater.
you're on a heater. I just feel like the
Close. It's also a close your eyes special, and if you don't know what a close your eyes special is,
yes, I know. Yeah,
for the listeners that don't know, for a team that underperforms the spread by 2 or more touchdowns that are also an underdog the next week, it's usually a good play because the public overreacts to a team that gets blown out the week before, and that's what happened with them against the 49ers. They're underdog again this week. I don't know. It's a division rivalry matchup. I don't think Minnesota's that great. Can't you see Sam Darnold throw in having a couple turnovers that makes this game way too close for the +7? Like, dude.
I mean, yeah, but I've been betting against him and getting my ass kicked in like all year. I keep thinking he's gonna lose.
I'm getting Sam Darnold. I get to fade Sam Darnold in the close your eyes special. I'm fucking doing it, guy.
All right. I'll bet it because I said I would bet your picks.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna trust you because you're on a heater. You're on a heater.
But you don't like that one so much. I do also like the Chargers at home against the Bucks -3.
Oh, I do like that. That was my shed pick last week. That hit was the Chargers. Taking the spread.
Yeah, I did too on the Chargers last week. And no, I really like the Chargers against the Bucks this week. So that's a bonus pick that I'm throwing out on here where I was only going to do 3. Now, let's do an underdog fantasy pick 'em, and we'll get the fuck out of here, bro. How does that sound?
Let's do it.
All right, so let's fucking do it. Let's go to that Arizona New England game because we've already been talking about the same game parlay stuff, and let's figure out how we turn that into a pick 'em entry for underdog.
Let's do it.
Yeah. You have to take 2 on each side for people unfamiliar with a pick 'em entry and underdog here. And you use promo code LSH, like I said at the top of the show. You're going to get that deposit bonus. You're going to free one of these pick 'ems. So use that free pick 'em this week on what me and Ryan are giving out right now and fucking cash in. Because you know what I gave out last week? A bunch of Cam Scattaboo stuff. And just said, just throw it with all these guys. And it's going to hit, dude. The Cam Scattaboo side's going to hit.
And you were fucking right.
That was damn right, dude. I felt good about that shit, dude.
No, I saw you. I saw a clip of that on. Did you clip that out? Because I think I liked it on social media.
I don't think I did. Maybe someone did. You know what's crazy though? Before I looked because I'm trying to find this game right now on here. Dude, someone made a fucking. If you're the one who made an IMDb page for this show and is giving all my guests IMDb credits, hit me up because this is hilarious. This is very funny to me. Hey Ryan, I did not give you IMDb credits for doing this show. I'll tell you that right now.
Do I really? I mean, I will look this up right now.
Dude,
I haven't looked at my IMDb in so long. No big deal.
See if you're on there for the last time you did the show, dude. Because like it said that it's okay. I've done 100. This is the 126th episode, I believe, and the first 100. It's the third one on YouTube now, but. There's a catalog that you can go back to on Spotify, Amazon, and whatnot. And okay, so Trey McBride is at dude. For underdog fantasy, here's how we're playing this because it's half point PPR. For Trey McBride, they're offering a couple different things: 11.15 fantasy points. We're not doing that. 9.15 receiving yards. We're not doing that. 56.5 receiving yards. We're not doing that. We're doing higher. Trey McBride, 7 targets.
Love it.
How does that not come through, dude? Like he doesn't even need to catch it.
Yes. Because he had like 3 targets last week or something like that. So, but he's got to have, but he had like 15 and 13 the weeks before targets.
Yeah, and dude, and so for Ramondre, we got this is kind of okay, what do we like more? Higher 49.5 rushing yards, higher 66.5 rushing and receiving yards, because he is good on screen passes for a big guy. Or higher 12.5 first quarter rushing yards, or higher 25.5 first half rushing yards. Those first quarter props are tricky because if they win the toss,
I don't like the first quarter props. I stay away from those.
I kind of like the rushing and receiving.
Yeah. Yes. You know what? As a Cardinals fan, when I think about what scares me the most is if they can get that screen game going with Ramondre, I'm with you.
I could see him getting like, put it this way, I could see them using short passes to him as like an extension of the run game, and that 49.5 rushing yards being kind of wonky. Whereas I like the and then McBride with the targets. And so dude, you win 3x on that. That's a 3-to-1 fucking prop right there. That's a plus 300 prop, dude. Come on.
Boom.
What are we even doing here, guys? We're just giving out winners.
Giving out free money.
Dude. So use that promo code LSH at Underdog Fantasy because, dude, I think this is fantastic. If I do say so myself.
Yeah, and I've never been wrong. And I got to say, I just looked at my IMDb page, and I'm a little disappointed that I don't have a Luck Stops Here credit yet. So who's ever doing it, please do not forget me.
Yeah, like
I have credits on there from the Late Late Show and Guy Code. And
next week, I found the IMDb reviews for a Sci-Fi Channel movie. I had like a featured extra part in years ago, and I'm gonna read the reviews next week for Mind Blown, a Sci-Fi Channel movie I was in. And guys,
oh, nice, that's awesome.
They're good. There's some meat on the bone here. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, good.
But hey, shout out to our homegirl Steph Smalls. I say we can sprinkle Marvin Harrison over 23.5 longest reception.
No, I liked it where we had it. Don't get crazy. And you know what? I've been burned by Marv so many times. He's so inconsistent.
He's only had one.
So inconsistent. Every time I bet on him or bet against him, I've been burned this season.
You know what's funny is there was a week where I would have won like a $2,000 weekly FFPC contest, but I was on the fence and should I take him or McBride that week? I took him over McBride. If I would have taken McBride, I would have won the whole thing, no problem. I took him and I finished just outside the money as a result. But it was the week where he got the concussion, like in the first quarter, with like and put up.
That was a bummer.
It was just
that was like following up a really good game for him too. That was like following up a 2-touchdown game or something like that for him.
It was tough, and I knew I should have been. I don't know. I knew I shouldn't have taken him when he was coming off a 2-touchdown game or whatever. But fuck, dude. Sometimes you got to ride a hot hand. We ride hot hands around here, Ryan. And thank you so much for joining, dude.
We ride. Hot hands.
Woo!
Hot hands.
Where can people find you and what you're up to on social media and whatnot?
Absolutely. You can find me at the Ryan McKee on X. You can find me on Instagram at Ryan McKee. And I'm going to be launching some new podcasts, actually. I'm going to be launching a podcast called, and you'll be on it. We're going to have you on it. It's called, you'll love the premise, actually. It's called Still Doing Comedy? ?
Oh, dude, yeah. Because I still get that, and I haven't done comedy.
And it's just, it's just me and Chris Bennett calling people that we started doing comedy with and asking them, are you still doing comedy? And then we tell the story about their life.
That's good. I love this idea. Because I guess this show, I technically still do comedy. I mean, we did some funny stuff on here. But
yeah, no, we'll cover that on Still Doing Comedy with Chris Bennett and Ryan McKee.
I don't do stand-up really anymore. I haven't done stand-up. Oh, okay, I should say I haven't done stand-up in 7 years. How about that?
Great.
I did stand-up.
That's a little sad. That's a little sad.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah, I always enjoyed your. I enjoyed your stand-up, or I wouldn't have been friends with you. But so it's unfortunate.
It became unfun for me because I realized I had a bigger audience doing shit like this, and it's way more fun for me, and I don't have to leave my house. And
that's the point. You should leave your house.
I do. I go to the casino and gamble like a man.
No, gamble at home. Do comedy outside.
Oh God, come on! No, you got it backwards. I've thought about it. I have open invitations to headline clubs still, which I think is amazing. Even though that says I must have been halfway decent at it if there's still those kind of invitations for me when I haven't done it in so long.
Yeah, well, we got to do. Your comeback should be Savage Henry, right?
I guess I don't know. It's
when is the next Savage Henry?
The next Savage Henry Fest is always in like the first week of October every year, and I'm so busy with football stuff that time of year. It's hard for me to get out of Vegas during football season. And
oh my God, get over yourself. Just fucking do it.
No, because I have all my fucking.
You're already making excuses, and it's a year away.
I'll tell you what, I don't like doing it, and I I don't want to do it. Hey, I want to gamble on football next year. I don't want to do stand-up. It's a real easy fucking call, to be honest with you.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Like I all the money I have tied up in my local apps that the second I cross straight lines, I can't access anymore, dude. Like that's a big deal for me during the season, man. Especially like as the season's heating up in early October, dude. Like
I think you could do both, but I'll I
don't want to.
You don't want to. All right. Well, I'm going to Savage Henry next year.
Here's the thing is like comics like my stand-up. I'm not good at stand-up. And so like there's a difference between what my friends want to see that do comedy and like, yeah, it's different, but like audiences don't like me. You know, like that's kind of the thing for me. It's like I'm not gonna pander either. And so it's like I just would rather not get involved anymore. It's not fun for me. And also, I'll be honest, I just wasn't doing anything that creative or original with it that people weren't already hearing similar versions of elsewhere. And so why the fuck should I do it if I'm not fucking being unique and being myself? I don't know. Like it just.
All right. Well, you just ruined your episode of Still Doing Comedy with Chris Bennett and Ryan McKee.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I don't do that shit. And also, like, even if I had a good set, I'd just come home miserable from it. And like, it was just like, I don't know. Like, it's like, it's not going anywhere for me. I digress.
Dang, man, it doesn't have to go anywhere. It's just about the journey.
And the journey led from that. It started there, led me here, which is a lot of fun. And I'm so glad everybody has joined us. See how I turned that, you know? Thank you so much. You can help the show out by using our codes for Underdog Fantasy, LSH, and for mybookie.ag. Bowser is our code over there. And where you get your fucking 100% deposit bonuses and whatnot. Also, if you want to get ad-free episodes, I got the Patreon set up where I put these episodes up with no ads for $1 a month. So, ooh, nice little bargain deal there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be doing some bonus content there. Actually, do you want to stick around? Maybe we'll record some bonus stuff for the Patreon.
Did I just hear boner content or bonus content? Because I'm in for either of them.
Yeah, see, we put it behind a paywall too. Now we can say a lot more that would get us in trouble in other spaces.
Oh, these gambling picks are going to give you real boners.
You're going to need a gas station boner pill. Dude, gas station boner pill is going to be a horse. That's a horse I'm going to name is gas station boner pill. That's a
great name for a horse.
Great horse name, dude.
Also a great name for a punk band.
Yeah. I always thought of that as a punk band name. And that would be the gas station boner pills.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Because it's communism and punk. You know, they like to be egalitarian.
You know what's funny is you ever watch like Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke, how they all wear the costumes for the big battle of the bands at the Roxy at the end. But Chong's costume is just he's dressed up like a giant Quaalude.
Yes.
And so the gas station boner pills are all like a band of guys dressed like pills.
That's a good one.
It's a good stuff, dude. This should have been on the DJ Shark Tank segment.
Yeah. We're giving away so many good ideas on this show. Hopefully,
I'm just diarrheaing great ideas everywhere. But yeah, so you guys could do that. Also, if you're broke right now and you can't do much, it always helps if you just go to YouTube and hit subscribe, like, turn on the notifications to watch these live episodes. And also go over to Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Give us a 5-star review. Leave a review over there. That costs you nothing. Takes a few seconds. And if you do that, I'll put you in a raffle where you get your own free horse. I'll give you a free horse in photo finish. Or I don't know. Maybe you don't want to play photo finish. I'll put it. You know what? I'll put you in a raffle for a free bet. I'll put a parlay down for you at anyone in a casino that I go to of your choice. I'll give you an option of like 4 or 5 sports books. And we'll put together a fun parlay for you at this place. You can have us do it for you, or you do it yourself, whatever. But we'll make that happen for you if you do that and send me the screenshot so you let me know you did it. Thank you so much, everybody. And you can also follow the show Instagram and x.com, the Luckstops Pod. I think that's everything. I don't know. It's a lot. It's this. The officials at the end is always a lot, I'm constantly piling on more stuff because it's just like I'm trying to get more revenue streams. But no, that's what I was forgetting. Coming soon, hopefully by the end of this year. But yeah, it'll be like the first week of the new year. LuckStopsHerePodcast.com. Me and Ryan Kramer are working hard to make this website happen, and it's pretty cool. It's going to be awesome. And honestly, guys, it's going to be a great thing to check before you come to Vegas. Because I'm going to have a whole dispensary guide of where all the best weed and edible deals are, a sportsbook guide, where do you get the best bonuses and stuff, and like what places will actually comp you drinks for betting and which ones won't. So it'll be a very valuable guide, and I'll stay on top of it, I promise. So please check that out when it's up. Thank you so much, everybody. I love y'all. God bless you, and keep gambling.